virtual connection is the bet that we're taking that entrepreneurs of the future will need to receive whatever they want in life. It's like whether it's 100 million or a billion, or it's how do I make $1 million a year and have 7 kids, whatever it is you want.
The entrepreneurial mentality is to never quit. Something's going to happen. If you don't ever give up and you keep on moving, you're going to succeed. Guys, Mark Shapiro, we're back at Shapiro TV, and I have none other than the man, my brother Aaron, who is the master of the Founders Club. Were you one of the original members? Did you start the Founders Club?
We started the Founders Club about 2 years ago.
You started the Founders Club.
Yeah.
What made you decide that you wanted to start a club with super high functioning business people? Because, you know, you got to navigate that. It's not easy.
Well, the short story is I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I started entrepreneurship, lemonade stands, window cleaning, the whole shebang, party bus companies. And when I was 18, I started a cold pressed juice business in Toronto. Still exists till today. We've got 12 locations all across the city.
Wow.
And when I was 21, I discovered the internet. And I was like, wait a second, I got to open up these retail stores and so much money and capital and people not showing up and the whole shebang to make a buck. But online, I can sell one product to the world. And but about 3 to 6 months in there, I realized that actually I came across an article that 1 in 4 Americans were suffering from insomnia and even more from stress and anxiety. And I was like, wow, imagine there was an actual product that can solve that. And 2 to 3 months, ideation, testing, I ended up creating the world's first adult weighted blanket, which is a heavy 10, 20 at the time, 35-pound blanket that actually naturally reduces serotonin and reduces cortisol and increases natural melatonin and serotonin, So it makes you feel comforted, like a hug, right before you go to bed. We launched that when I was 22. First year, we did a nice 500K. We probably didn't make any money. And then the next year we did 10 million. And the next year we did 25 million.
What went, so you didn't go 10X, you went 20X.
Yep.
What made it go 20X?
The truth is, you know, what I find is what a lot of people forget, specifically in any business that involves the consumer, is they forget the consumer. They get so lost in hacks and tricks and landing page and funnel and video and all that shit, which is important, but everyone can do it. You probably get 1,000 guys in your DM every day that I can do this for you and I can do that for you. It's so easy in today's world specifically. I could probably make a website that's good enough to sell shit from my phone before the end of this podcast, especially with AI and all what's available. So all of that is really easy. The one thing that's really difficult to do is to, one, actually build a product that works. Super difficult to do. AI unfortunately can't do that for you. And 2 is to actually develop a connection with the customer that's so real that they reciprocate with a level of loyalty. So what happens there? Our first year, we did about 1,500 transactions. We have about 1,500 customers.
Yeah.
Every other person goes, how do we get 3,000? More money, more ads, more landing page. What I did was I called them, called every single one of them. And if they didn't answer, I called again and again. I'm on the phones and I'm saying, hey, Cindy, you bought a weighted blanket for me 2 months ago. First of all, they're always shocked. Like, are you fucking kidding? You know how many things I buy online? No one ever calls me. Yeah, I'm calling. How's the blanket? And I know you probably sleep with a pillow, right? Of course. Well, you don't sleep with my pillow. Well, no, because you guys don't sell a pillow. I know, Cindy, but if I were to make a pillow that you would love, what would it have to be? What would it have to look like and feel like? Oh, big, small, whatever. And they would tell me. And then I would develop a pillow and I would come back to them and I would say, hey, Cindy, remember you said you wanted it to be like wrinkle free because you're worried about your face in the pillow? She goes, yeah. I'm like, I made a pillow that it can be wrinkle free. And then, hey, Derek, remember you told me that you wanted it like a little zip cover so you can throw it in the wash. You don't have to put the whole pillow in the wash and it comes out smelly. Yeah. Well, I made one with a removable zipper. Hey, Alex, remember you told me that you wanted one that was adjustable because sometimes you like them big or small? Hey, I also made it fully adjustable. Really? Yeah. And it's launching tomorrow. So for us, we developed such a deep connection where we were able to launch pillows and sell 3,000 of them in 24 hours. We were able to launch a mattress and outperform Casper's launch in 24 hours.
Really? Wow.
We were able to launch sheets, pajamas, et cetera, expand our line without going viral without some special trick, by just going deeper with our customer. And it literally led to a $48 million acquisition in less than 4 years. And we bootstrapped it with no money. People go, well, how'd you do it with no money? Well, we didn't deliver for 6 months. Wow, that sounds like a pretty shit service. Imagine you bought a pillow and it didn't come for 6 months. You'd probably forget about it. You'd be like, yo, what's this pillow? I'd forget even ordering. Or you'd call us and be like, dude, give me my money back. I'm not waiting for your pillow. Figure out your business. But imagine you and I are friends. And I said, Mark, I got an amazing pillow for you. You can have the best sleep of your life. You know me. You're like, but you're going to have to wait 6 months. You're like, dude, if this pillow actually is that legit, I'll wait. I don't care. Because we have rapport. You know I'm not going to scam you.
Right.
We had that relationship with all of our customers. So we were able to fund all of our growth, all of our cash flow with pre-order and with a deep connection. And when we sold the company, you think the company that bought us wanted another pillow or blanket company? No, there's millions of them. In fact, we had 70,000.
Your base of
they wanted our
client.
people because we had the loyal fans. So when I tell people when it comes to building brands, any brands, it's not how many customers you have. And the second someone refers to them as customers, I know they've already lost. It's how many fans do you have? How many people actually support you? How do they talk about you out in the world? When their friend goes, hey, I need a good pillow, do they suggest you? Hey, I got this company. Dude, they're amazing. They call us, they email us. And that's what we did. And we were able to literally take $4,000 of DJ money and flip it into a $48 million acquisition before my 25th birthday.
How old are you now?
Now I'm 30. So
you're a whole 30. Amazing.
I'm a big 3-0. And, you know, what led to the Founders Club was just I was in a position where post-sale, you know, I'm 25, I got a bunch of money, right? And what do most 25-year-olds do? You know, at school.
Blow
the money.
They travel, they get a girl, they get her the yeah, okay.
Bunch of shit.
I'm trying to be a little less vulgar, okay? And they're telling me I swear too much, so I'm trying to swear less.
Yeah, so that's basically it. 25, all my friends are at school. I don't know anyone that even has $1 million, let alone millions of bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't buy a house. I kind of go into a panic mode. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I bought my mom a car, you know, took care of my parents, stuff like that. But at that amount, that's not a lot of money. And I end up, you know, in hindsight, I ended up being depressed for 2 years. I didn't even know it.
Really?
You know, I went back, moved to my mom's basement, and I just did essentially fuck all for 2 years until, you know, I had a friend at the time go to me and say, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? And I came up with an analogy that even if you haven't sold a business, for those people listening, everyone can understand. So do you ever have a dog? Do you ever had a dog?
Multiple dogs.
Multiple dogs.
I have a new dog.
You have a new dog. Okay.
Yeah. His name is Ace.
How old is he?
He's a year old.
Okay.
It's really my daughter's dog. I mean, obviously,
you had a dog that it was like your, like most, like the one you remember?
Growing
up, right? What was the dog's name?
We named it after my father's dog, Midgie.
Okay, Midgie.
Yeah.
How long did Midgie live?
15 years.
Amazing. So imagine 8 years in, you love this dog, okay? Mm-hmm. You did an amazing job. You take it to the park one day, have it run around. Midgie's running around, being a good dog. Midgie's amazing. Some guy's like watching you at the park. Wow, Mark's such a good dog father. He's taking care. What an amazing dog. Better than all the other dogs. All the other dogs are doing stupid shit. Look at Midgie, just not even getting their feet wet. Comes to your house, knocks on the door. You answer the door. He goes, hey, Mark, I noticed you at the park. You did such an amazing job raising this dog. What an amazing dog. Here's a check. Give me the dog. And in this world, I mean, at the time, if someone did that to you, you'd be like, what are you talking about? Dude, I don't even care what's on that check. You're not touching my dog. I love my dog. I spent 8 years raising this dog. But in the business world, you say, oh my God, thank you. You give them the dog that you've worked on for 8 years, that you love so much. And then everyone comes to your house after and throws a party. Congrats, you gave your dog away for money. We're so happy for you. That would never happen. If you gave your dog away for money, people would hate you. But when we give our business away.
That is such an amazing analogy, and I'm probably going to use it.
Of course, it's like you give your business away and it's like.
Your heart and soul.
You are empty, you gave away your dog, you're sad. And then when you go and tell someone, hey man, I'm fucking sad, I miss my business. They go, dude, are you nuts? If I were you, I'd burn my money just to have yours. Oh, you know what I would do with the money? I would do this,
I hate
this,
when
and this.
people say that, by the way.
Yeah, I would kill for what? I would trade my problems, and then you're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking tell anyone because everyone just thinks I'm being, you know, ungrateful or I don't understand the position I'm in. And that's when I realized that the only other people on planet Earth that would understand the way I feel are other entrepreneurs or other business leaders. Like if I tell you this story, you're like, the first thing you said, like, oh my God, like if I take your business away from you, who gives a shit for how much money? There's a sense of loss because you're here every day. You're fucking grinding every single day. You're sick today and you're here and you're going to be here until 8:30 at night hosting 30 incredible founders at the Founders Club.
9, and then I have to go over to the sukkah
Me
and
too.
do a l'chaim.
Yes, me
Okay.
too. And because it's fun, because it's who I am as a person.
Mhm.
I'm a lover, I'm a giver, I'm a revenue generator. A lot of people feed off of me. I'm the energy, I'm all these things. And then someone takes it away from you with a check. So I then realized that I wasn't the only person that felt this way. There's so many other successful entrepreneurs that feel lonely. No matter how big your team is, you're like, at night, it's only you and your thoughts. And that's when we created the Founders Club, which is a modern day community for founders to be surrounded by like-minded people. Because if you want to be a millionaire and a billionaire, and if you want to be a good dad, a friend, a brother, a sister, you want to be in good shape, the likelihood that you're able to achieve that goes up significantly if you surround yourself with people who embody that. If you surround yourself with losers, if you surround yourself with people who don't let you have space, that tell you should be grateful, what's wrong with you, that point out all your mistakes, that's all you're going to see, and that's what you're going to become. And for me, I know the hack, which you'll see tonight. When you put 30, 40, we have 700 members now, but tonight there's 30 coming from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Those 30 tonight, more action, more feel-good feelings, more momentum will happen tonight from spending 2 hours together than probably all of their interactions throughout the week. And community, in-person touch points, virtual connection is the bet that we're taking that entrepreneurs of the future will need to receive whatever they want in life. It's like whether it's 100 million or 1 billion, or it's how do I make $1 million a year and have 7 kids, whatever it is you want.
The entrepreneurial mentality is to never quit, because you cannot be defeated if you quit. I mean, you can be defeated. If you don't ever give up and you keep on moving, you're going to succeed. Something's going to happen. And take a simple example of a car. I'm sure maybe there's one outside, a Ford. So how many times did Henry Ford file for bankruptcy? Because he tried to revolutionize the way cars are assembled today. And if you ever saw the Elon Musk story, I'm sure you did. What was he down to? His last million? His last 2 launches or 1 launch?
I think it was his last launch.
His last launch.
Yeah.
And if his last launch wasn't successful, that was it. He would have blew 100 million that he made on PayPal. And now, is he the richest man in the world?
Definitely.
Second?
Depending on the stock, or
Depending on,
top 2, top 3 richest man in the
stock's
world.
been actually doing well lately.
Yeah.
So, very well.
Yeah.
So, it's all the simple mentality of what you're talking about. You started with a lemonade stand, okay? And it continued to evolve and evolve and evolve. Now, I don't want to say I had a similar feeling, but when we sold a large portion of our portfolio in 97, and I thought I was going to be, happy with being wealthy. And, what was the first thing I did? I went and bought a jet because I thought, then I was cool. And then we set up our own fund and tried to invest in other developers. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get my golf game down to scratch. And I was playing 5 days a week. That lasted 9 months. The boredom, okay? The realizing that when we invested with 4 different developers, all in the state of Florida to build projects, they all sucked. And we ended up forcing them out of the deal, paying them to leave, and I ended up going back to work every day. And that was the happiest moment for me. I could not sit still. I can't. Okay, and at my age, I'm 3.5 decades older than you at this point. And I still can't sit still. I just I'm up at 4:30. It's quiet. I can think. I can write. I'm super blessed. And when I meet someone like you, or even the young man that's filming us, okay,
Mhm.
and you have something that changes me and that pushes me to grow, okay, and that's it. That's it for me. I just I just see this incredible energy, okay, and the way you conduct yourself, and that first podcast, I think it was like 2 hours. It was a long podcast, okay. I think I wore a different suit.
You did?
I think I wore the same shoes because I love these shoes. And I wouldn't wear a gold watch without a gold insignia on my shoes. But that's more of my father teaching me how to dress. And I wish more young men, because you're 30, you're a young man, very successful. I wish more young men were like you. I wish my daughters met guys like you instead of them being the alphas in the relationship. And I still have hope for my youngest daughter. So,
There you go. You have 3 daughters?
I have 4 daughters.
4 daughters.
I have 4 daughters. Yeah.
Wow. No sons.
No sons. But I made the decision the other day that I'm going to have more kids.
No way.
I'm going to have more kids.
Good.
I'm going to find the right girl and have more kids.
Get married again?
And, well, this last marriage, I'm still working on getting unmarried. It's for a ridiculous situation. And it is not cheap to get unmarried in the state of Florida. Even for a marriage of 24 days.
Really?
Yeah. It's just a pain in the ass.
Is it because there's no prenup?
My assets are put in trust, so they're pretty hard to access. So, didn't need a prenup. So, and didn't want one.
Right.
If I were to marry the right girl, I would want her to have whatever I left behind. My kids are taken care of. I would want her to be happy.
Right.
I don't plan on marrying someone that's my age because they're
Right.
not going to be able to give me a child.
Right.
So, we're working on it.
Wow. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have a boy. It'll probably be another girl.
Yeah. This is my dad. We have 5 boys in my family. So I think they gave up after 5.
And you're in which order?
4.
You're
4 out of 5, yeah.
You're 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5, yeah.
Wow. Nice.
So,
and your brothers are they're all entrepreneurs?
They're all entrepreneurs, different businesses, in Canada, but yeah, they're all entrepreneurs. That's just what we learned. That's what we know.
Did any of them go into the weighted blanket with you? To the business?
No, we did like the juicing business together, and then from there, my one brother stayed like running it, expanding it. My other brother went, opened up Pilates studios, and my other brother went, owns Canada's largest cold plunge and sauna company. So if you ever need a cold plunge or sauna.
So they're all entrepreneurs?
They're all entrepreneurs. Other brother owns a water company. Like they all, that's just what we know, at the end of the day. It's like, again, it comes down to like who you surround yourself with. Like, I think if we had one person that went and like got like a corporate job or something, they would have felt like a loser in my house, regardless of how much money they made. It's just like, it wasn't fun. What was fun was the shit of entrepreneurship.
Innate.
Yeah.
It's innate. Yeah. It's so funny because you're such a, I don't want to use the word gentle soul, but you just really have a very incredible way about you. And we just were in Quebec at an event. We went there to speak. And Montreal, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And I was so blown away when we got through, when we got off the plane and we were going through customs. The first thing was the customs guys were like, "Can we take a picture with you? We love you. We follow you." I'm like, "You guys follow me in Canada?"
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
And
Canada
then
and America is very close.
And then everywhere I went, I was absolutely in love with everyone that I interacted with. They were so incredibly genuine, whether it was the guy at Starbucks when taking my order, and we're talking about how, what a pain in the ass my coffee order is. And he's like, it's not. He's just, you just want your coffee the way you want your coffee. And I'm like, well, thank you for just being so. And when I came back the next day, he's like, I got it. I'm like, how do you remember? His name was Stefan. I'm like, how do you remember? He goes, because you made an impression on me. I'm like, well, guess what? You made an impression on me, and I'm really, really grateful for you to remember it. And it's like it was just, I just had a phenomenal time. I mean, whether it was the businessmen or the businesswomen, the event was insanely perfect. It's the best event I've ever been to.
Wow.
Okay. And the way they did it was beyond tasteful.
Wow.
Not like an American event, not like some of the events that we have around here where the guy goes and gets $35 worth of Taco Bells and says, here's water and here's dinner. Okay? So
Margin
I'll tell you off the camera who that was. Okay? Another Canadian guy.
Really? Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't do that. I mean, again, it's back to the beginning. It's all about the consumer. It's all about that connection, right? It's like, I'll buy whatever you're selling, and then I'll come and you'll feed me taco once, and then I'll probably never buy anything ever again.
Right.
And it's like, we work so hard to establish anything where anyone would be able to buy it. Like, to get to someone to a point where they want to buy whatever it is that you're selling is a lot of effort. It's years of reputation building and content and offers and whatever it is. And then you finally get them to buy, and then that's when we let them fall off on the side of the road. It's just like the whole thing's backwards. Like, my biggest thing is like, the only thing I would do if I were to start a business would be just to find my first customer, whatever I'm selling. I mean, if we want, we can start selling this table. Like, give me the table. Give me a little trolley. Let's go for a walk. We'll find someone who needs this table. And then I have a business.
Whatever happened to our other table?
I probably sold it.
Oh, that's it. I just realized it's a plastic table. It looks like it's heavy. This is actually heavy.
Yeah, but that's like the sauce. And it's like, okay, I have one customer. And it's like, well, then how do I grow? And it's like, no, just go to that customer and be like, hey, I have 3 more of these tables. You don't even think that would benefit from it? Yeah, actually, my buddy, here's 3 of my buddies. Great, I call them. They don't want the table. Okay, but do you know 3 people? And it's like, eventually I'll sell 100 tables. And then eventually I'll sell 1,000 tables. It's just business is so practical. But as entrepreneurs, we get distracted. And as humans, we don't want to do that effort because we forget about just taking care of the customer. It's like, that's all we have to do. I have an Airbnb property, but I don't have like many real estate units. But I would assume the same thing is like, if you do well by your tenants, you have an amazing property. It's worth more.
We don't have any tenants.
0 tenants?
0.
So who's it? Apartments?
Don't have any apartments.
Really? So who's in the units?
Residents.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And we don't own apartment buildings. We own apartment communities.
Exactly.
It's a mentality. And we don't have problems. We have situations.
Yes.
So and when I started, it was tenants. And we learned that creating a sense of community, like what you did with your product, we created a sense of community. And we embrace that, and we want people who are living with us to feel like it's their home, and they're going to be there. So we do things like resident appreciation month every month, and when they're driving out, the whole team is out there. They're giving them a little orange juice, either a paper or bagel, okay, and they can all pre-order it. And it's just handed out to them, or they just ask for it, or donuts, or different things like that. And then we're always doing a get-together in the properties that are in warmer climates by the pool. We do a cookout, okay? And it just helps create a memory for people who are living, because it's a home. Even though it's an apartment, even though you're paying rent, okay, it's a home. It's a place where you lay your head. It's a place where you create memories with your children. And it's a place that you either decide you're going to stay, because some people don't want to buy a property. They don't want to take on the risk of a mortgage. Or some people can't. Okay. But, we try to make people feel like they belong. And we do all these little things. There's a lot of the companies do the same thing. Okay. They do well because we want to retain our residents versus lose them, because then that's a turnover and that's an expense and that's a capital expense.
Right.
So, but we're always trying to make sure that, has this work order been fulfilled? And we have this one thing, it's called the 24-hour promise, that if we don't fulfill your work order within 24 hours, you get a $25 coupon off your rent the next month.
There you go.
And we try not to give out a lot of those.
Right.
We try to do whatever we're doing. So.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, again, it seems small, but that's human connection. Because all humans want is to be in connection with everything that we are in connection with. Even as much as where I live is, do I have a connection with our landlord, the owners? And the connection is like, yeah, I have a promise to pay rent and they have a promise to take care of me, and they always do it and I always do it, and we're in connection now. And that is the truth about every single business, whether you're doing new tonics or selling water or selling courses or communities. It always comes back to, I have a connection with the guy that takes care of my pool. Like my connection to him is like, if you can't come, you have to text me. You have to text me. Even if you're going to come the next day, it's fine. Or even if you're coming a day early, it's fine. You got to text me. And my commitment to you is that you're never, ever going to see any lateness, and that I'll always pay for any extras you need. And you never have to worry about, I have to put a bag of salt in and I picked it up for $25. Like, you never have to worry about that. And him letting me know, and me always holding my end of the bargain, we have a connection now. He's my pool guy. I brought him to my birthday party this year. I was like, come, he's at my house more than most friends are, and so we're in connection. He notices a small little thing on the side, a little leak or something. He texts me, he's like, I took care of it. There's a leak, there's a guy coming, I'll let you know. And we're in connection. And I'm sure he's got many other clients that even forget he exists. So it's like, how much connection can we build? And my personal take on it is, as a human, God blessed us with unlimited amount of connection, because depending on how religious you are or not, the most difficult connection and the one that we all strive for is the connection with God. So it's like, if you can have a connection with God, you can have a connection with the humans, like, easily. You can have millions of connections.
Yep.
And that's the philosophy that I take. And if you're overwhelmed in connection, it means that you're out of connection, actually. That's the only time we get stressed, is when we feel we don't have anyone, when we feel alone, when we feel like I'm bearing all the weight of all of my decisions and all of my life circumstances by myself. And that's the worst feeling ever. There's no greater feeling than, I'm going to have difficult times. I'm going to be challenged. I'm going to have people say all nasty things about me, and I'm going to have really good things. And in both those moments, I get to be in connection with people that I love and that I trust and that are part of my circle. That, to me, is like the secret to life, which is why when I stopped my business, when you sold out of yours, yes, the business was gone, but all of the connection were severed. It's like one big axe. Boom, you're out of connection now. Go fend for yourself. And you're like, holy shit. Like, sometimes I wish my old company would literally just call me to, like, come in and hang out at the office. Like, I'd fucking pay to just go hang out with them.
Bring bagels.
Yeah, I would just pay. If they're like,
donuts.
Aaron, you want to do one
Pizza.
lunch? Like, I'll pay for the lunch.
Yeah.
The whole office, just to come and check in with people. You know how good
How
I feel?
is the business doing now?
It's doing better than ever. I mean, it's a great company. There's over, like, I think 400,000 customers at this point. Like, it's a serious company. It's one of the largest sleep companies in Canada.
So do I need to buy a weighted blanket to get a better night's sleep?
I think if you start with the sheets, you'll understand that, like, you've never been with anything like that before.
All right.
Especially in Florida, cooling sheets.
I'll have my office do it.
They're incredible. They're antibacterial. Like, they're always clean. They're amazing. It's the best feeling ever. We sell at some of the largest, the best hotels all over the world.
Amazing. So if you want our viewers and your viewers, because it's going to go out to both, if you want them to know one thing that's going to change their path tell them.
I think the one thing that you need to consider, regardless of what stage you're in, if you're just starting out or you're already making millions, there's two things that will guarantee success and happiness, which are super important, because you can be successful and unhappy, and no one wants that. But no one wants to be unsuccessful and unhappy. So that's like the worst of the two. One is grit. If you're gritty, you got the work ethic, you're willing to do what it takes, great. To me, that's like a prerequisite. If you don't have it, get gritty. It's easy to get gritty. Just get tough. Get to work. That's an easy one. Everyone can work more, do more, and handle more pressure. Great. Easy. The second thing, which is more difficult, is to actually be intentional with who you are spending time with. Now, a lot of people, they got a normal job and they're like, oh, I want to hang out with billionaires. It's like probably not your first step. Yes, we are hosting 30 incredible entrepreneurs, but everyone here has to meet a minimum requirement of making a few $1,000,000 a year. You might not be at that point, but that's okay. The Founders Club is maybe not your first point of reference. But what you could do is surround yourself with people who at least want what you want, who are on the same trajectory, right? If you see a friend and he's getting, doing bad shit, not on the right trajectory, then where are you going to go if you hang out with them? The statistical likelihood that if the 4 people you spend the most time with smoke cigarettes, and you've never smoked a cigarette in your life, the statistical likelihood that you smoke 1 cigarette, rounded to the nearest whole number, is 100%. It's 100% likely that you'll smoke 1 cigarette if the 4 people you spend the most amount of time with all smoke every day. So if that's true with something stupid as a cigarette, isn't that true about success?
That's a
relationship, fitness?
Craziest that you're saying that, because we had a meeting today with someone I'm very close with. We're doing a deal with them. We're investing in their deal. And in the meeting, I told the other principal, I said, look, okay, we have to have a private conversation because there's one thing that's a deal breaker. Okay, we went outside and I said, for you, for your wife and for your kids, and for me, you're going to throw the vape out and you're going to stop that. And I said, that's non-negotiable in the deal. I mean, we've already gotten the deal that we want.
Right.
Okay.
The deal's done.
Because the money usually controls the deal. But that for me is, and we're smoke free. You can go out back and see no smoking.
Yep.
Okay. No cigars, no cigarettes, no vapes. It's weak. It's a thing. If you probably heard me speak about it, it's a sign of weakness. Okay. And I don't allow weakness to creep into anything. And if I see it, I'll say something, or I'll just do it, fix it myself.
Yeah.
If the dishes are dirty and no one's cleaning them, I'll go clean them. Because that's the way. When I get here, I clean a lot. It's just the way it is. That's just the way my mind works. So.
And it's easier said than done, because for a lot of people, what that means is some of the people that you've grown up with, you have to distance yourself. And that's a very painful journey. But so is achieving some level of success.
Funny that you say that, because we just brought on 5 new people here: a CFO, a president, a COO, a sales director, and a CMO. And the CFO, we've been friends since we were 8. So we live 3 streets away. So we've known each other.
Cool? Yeah. That's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say, because I know we got to go, is relationships are very interesting, because you have no clue how one conversation, one DM can change the entire trajectory of your life. And when you're younger, you make the mistake of thinking in the moment, when really you're actually deciding what people are going to think of you for the rest of your life. Like when your CFO came back into your life, it was the interactions in your youth that dictated the way you feel about them as an adult. And when you're young, you don't even think of that. So I always tell people, like, even no matter what you're doing, even in our old office, we used to have a team that would like clean the office, and they would do a bad job sometimes. And I would call the owner in, because the owner's got a team, and I would say, listen, come, I'm not going to show you what's dirty, because then you'll fix it and it solves the problem. But what we're learning here about each other is that I don't think you run a good business. And that impact is so much greater than my dirty shelf or my dust in the corner, because 1, I'll never refer you out, because it's my reputation. And two, in 25 years from now, if you're going to IPO a different company and you come to me for investment for a completely different company, I'm going to remember that you don't know how to run a business.
Mm-hmm.
So something as small as dusty corners from one customer dictates the way I think about you for your whole life.
Yeah.
So I tell people how you do anything is going to dictate the outcome for literally every single relationship you have forever, which is why it's important, which is why you'll see tonight,
Mm-hmm.
like our team, it's like everything Adrian will kind of tell you, like how structured everything is, because tonight is another reputation builder. It's another connection builder. It's a connection you can build with other people. Everyone is going to leave tonight and everything that we do with an impression. And that impression is important to me.
So leave everybody. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Instagram at Spivak, Spivak, the Founders Club, foundersclubofficial.com, LinkedIn, socials, the whole shebang. Hit us up.
Guys, you just got to sit with not only an incredible human being, and I hate saying things like this, but he's really a sweet guy. He's a good guy, okay? And there's a lot of good guys that have been super successful like him, and they didn't kill people to get there. Aaron is genuine. And you want to surround yourself with genuine and good people, because good people make a difference in another person's life, and all those good things come back to them. So guys, let's go. We're going to crush it tonight at our event here.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, baby.